Hello to our happy community. Hope your day is going positively well. I had a very good conversation with Gail yesterday, and also about the garden property, and also about leaving a legacy for our children and so on. Thank you, Gail, for calling me, and we had a great conversation. I'll be calling you back. Also, we had a great walk this morning, and we was able to ground ourselves and just get ourselves in the right, you know, atmosphere for this morning, and it just feels amazing. And also, we were talking about the message that I had got last night was when you feel off or when you feel like overwhelmed or something, like take a step back or just stop and um, just get yourself together. Like, don't focus on the like what's going on the outside. Just focus, like go within and just get centered, because you don't want to feel that feeling. And so there's techniques that you can implement in order to ground yourself and become centered and balanced. And also, we were also talking about how uh, guys, well, not just guys, but there was this guy that she was watching, and would you like to share?
Um, yeah, so he's a very spiritual person, and yeah, so he was a very spiritual person, and he was talking about like how uh, he practices semen retention, and how he was talking about dancing, and so uh, he was talking about how dancing. Um, I don't want to say it wrong. I don't want to say cures cancer, but prevents it. He says when you're moving and there's no stagnation, so he got into like samba dances and stuff too, um, to and even though he kind of felt like because in his old life he was like this macho man, so dancing wasn't like something that like
He pictured himself
yeah
doing.
pictured himself doing, but he overcame that and he was like, well, I'm gonna dance. So he got into these salsa classes. So that way it's a lot of spiritual like things that go into it, but so that way the energy isn't stagnant in one part of the body, it's like movement. And so he said dancing is really good. He was just talking about really good spiritual talk, actually, really good spiritual talk, a little bit of everything, a little bit about like the sexual things that he practices, or because he does semen retention and the reason why he does that and stuff like that. um,
Would you like to share some of that stuff that
yeah.
he mentioned?
Well, so first off, his skin was glowing, right? His skin was soft and his skin was glowing, and he said that's because he's not like he doesn't release. He he gave more into it. I don't know how to I don't know how to say it. He gave more details about like why it's important, but like his skin was glowing. He felt better, energized. And he said when you release, it's taking from you. It's taking, and then also he said I don't know what else he said. He drinks a lot of water, and
I was going to say,
he
I think that it has a lot to do with what you're consuming as well.
Oh, he said that too.
When it comes to your skin glowing and stuff like that.
Right.
What you're eating, what you're drinking, has a big role in if you glow or not as well, and what your energy is like as well.
Yeah, he says he does key lime water in the morning, and that's his that's his breakfast. Like that's his. He drinks a lot of water, and but he was just talking about like what you said, what you consume. Like he said, it literally comes out physically. Whatever you consume literally comes out on your face. He said if he went to go to McDonald's, he'd probably break out and everything. And he was just saying stuff like that. But but I just
But
thought it was
about more
interesting.
about this semen retention, just because we were talking about, I was talking about how like when you go within and you connect with your higher self, God or the universe, however you want to label it, right? But I'm going to say when you connect with your
Butterfingers.
higher self, uh, it's like this amazing feeling.
Ecstasy.
And so yes, how I like how I would explain it if I was to explain it to her is yes, like ecstasy. And so it, what would be something that I've enjoyed, and that would be making love. So making love, I would consider it like that. So like this beautiful feeling, just sorry guys, there was a vehicle going by. Okay, so it's like this amazing, beautiful feeling that's going on with inside of you. And so she was telling me about how this guy, some of the things that he does to implement, like, and so she was talking about the semen retention, and then also about how like the feeling and everything.
Yeah, the female he was talking to said, well, orgasming is like the best feeling in the world. And he said, well, I do it in a different way. I don't, there's another way without releasing, and it's like filling it within. So yeah.
Bless you.
So I watch a lot of guys practice. Like they tell me the benefits of practicing for males, not releasing semen retention, and they call it no fap. There's a lot of words for it. But I've always questioned, like, what about females? Do you think that females need to go on like a?
Sure, I think that it's beneficial. I mean that you can there's benefits behind doing that.
But I wonder why they don't talk about it. Like. Would it benefit a female? I mean, I know they say be scarce with who you like, because we're receivers, so you have to be like really scarce with who you let in and stuff like that. But they don't ever really talk about women try not to like refrain from, like, I don't know, is there benefits for females is what I'm saying. Like there's so many benefits for males, or they say there's so many benefits for males to not release. So I wonder if there's benefits for females, or does it not benefit us? Are we supposed to? Are we supposed to?
Sure, there's benefits. I don't really hear a lot of females. I guess I don't really hear people talk. Not females. And just recently I was hearing about all these guys talking about semen retention and all that other stuff. So, and that's just recent talk that I've heard.
It is a recent thing. It is more of a recent thing.
Because you don't really hear that. I didn't really hear too much about that then. So, but now I'm hearing that guys are practicing that, and so I think that it is a beautiful and amazing idea for a female to actually practice. What she needs to practice. So. No, just saying she needs, like,
I think you meant me as
not,
who.
Your body is your temple, and so you want to be mindful of, yes, who you're letting in and all that other stuff, and
Well, because I know people talk about like being careful with who you allow in, don't let everybody in. I hear that talk, but I don't ever hear them say like how males like try not to. I don't know. I was just curious, like if it works both ways, or if it's just like a male thing.
So, do you have any questions for me? And do you have any questions that you would like, that you've been thinking about?
Well, just are the same, like semen retention.
I'm sure females have the same benefits as
I was gonna say
as well.
They have the same
as men, whatever benefits that they're getting. If female practice those same, practices, then I'm sure that the female will get, some sort of